So this is the back of the monitor we're putting in the studio. So these are the smaller monitors, as you can probably see. So they are SCAR monitors, so they're quite old. You can also use HDMI, but use SCAR as a standard connection. So first of all, you will find them most likely like this. Everything is unplugged. So this is your SCART, which some of you may not have even seen because you're too young. And that's quite embarrassing for me. So you plug it into AV1 and make sure, or AV2, it doesn't matter, but make sure it's in properly. So it has to slide all the way in. There has to be no space around it. It has to be touching sort of the TV itself. Afterwards, of course, you would get your power cable in as well. So the TV is patched, the cable's running through the TV itself, and there's a little box underneath. So if you grab a cable that looks like this, is an IEC power cable. So this is a part that goes into the electric socket. This goes into the box underneath the TV. So plug this in down here. And the other part into the socket. And everything is powered on now. So after you've plugged in the TV, to grab a BNC SDI cable. They sit in the cabinets or in the back of the studio close to the gallery. And they look like this. BNC SDI. It's pretty much just all the connection we use to use video signal and some audio signal and BNC cables. Very good cables, and there is quite a few in the studio, quite a long length. So use them for the screens and for additional cameras, but I'm definitely not going to show you that today because it's very complicated to do. So I'm going to show you the electric again, because it might have not been into the last shot. So IC power cable looks like this. This bit goes into the bottom of the TV, into the box, and the other side, of course, goes into the electric socket itself. So now I'm gonna put in the BNC SDI cable into the TV and the other bit into there. And then I'm gonna show you the specifics of both the wall box and the bottom of the TV. So let's do that. So as you can see in this shot, I have the BNC cable, this one right here, into video tie 9. So once we go back into the engineering room, we're going to have to put some sort of cabling that goes from tie 9 into another input, because we're sending something out from the monitor from the engineering room. That's the power lead for the TV, and now it should also be on. Right, so that's pretty much the bottom of the TV. So this cable here is our power, which goes into right here. And this one here is our BNC SDI cable for the signal, basically. She goes into here. So it's pretty easy to put them in. Just don't force them, though. So there is a vertical railing, and then you have to twist them like that. So there is 2 poles at the end, sort of, not poles, but little thingies. Push the cable in, turn it, and there you go. So as you can see, the TV is on, but we got no signal. So let's go back in the engineering room and figure out why. All right, guys, so a super awkward shot. Space is very sort of constricted in here, so that's why the best I can do. So once again, tie 9 is right there, and Mondier, so the source, sort of the input, is going to let us switch between different signals. It's here. So we're going to have to grab a cable. It's called a Musa cable, right here, and they sit around there, so around the front of the rack. So there we go. This is a Musa cable. They look like this, sort of opened. It looks sort of like an SDI, but longer and sort of a bit wonky. So go into tie 9, so put it in here. And I'm gonna go into Mondier 2. So right now we should get signal from that tie to Mondier. We go back into the gallery, you're gonna be able to send whatever you want really to that screen. Just go back in there. So you see there is the MonDA switch. So we're on a sine tree, that's MonDA basically. So I'll patch it in there for you, you don't have to worry about it. That is flashing sort of red, no, it's just red, an amber red light. If you go across, you can select different hotpots that you're sending there. So right now, I'm sending VT1. So you see VT1, it's flashing there, it's on red. We see that that's what's playing on VT1. So if everything is correct, our monitor should show exactly that. We are showing VT1. So everything is working. So I'll go in there and switch it to something else. So 1 second. So right now I'm going to switch it to VT2 and then switch it to VT2. I'm going to put it on bars and we get bars. So everything is working fine. Our monitor is set up correctly.